with that concern about offshoring work, the biggest concerns are quality of copy editing, consistency of quality and communication. But I know there would be difference of opinion. I would imagine difference of opinion around the room. It would be very, very interesting to get people's thoughts.
I think what's probably an issue with that too is that the people that are now checking the copy editing aren't experienced copy editors.
When I first started in publishing as a desk editor, it was pretty much compulsory to do your 2-day copy editing course before we could start working on typeset books, so that we would understand what we were seeing back from the copy editor. But now we do tend to send people on the project management course instead.
Well, my expert base isn't in India. My expert base is in the UK. I don't offshore anything editorial at all. It all stays in the UK. I only offshore the kind of more mechanical things that can be done on a process sort of system.
I find that we've never offshored any copy editing work. We've only ever offshored a little bit of typesetting just for our journals, but never for our books. We do have a big pool of freelancers and some subject specialists in law and economics, for example. But I am finding it's taking longer and longer.
So within books, obviously we do have the luxury of being a large-scale publisher, so we can afford to take some risks on some things if you view it as a risk. But yes, we are doing a large-scale project into offshore project management, also offshore copy editing at the moment, but also looking into AI, which I will talk more about in a bit. But working with journals on the contextualised copy edits as well and seeing what's available for books. And offshoring for us is working in the trial phases at the moment, particularly with the project management, and the copy editing is just a little bit more, we're going a little bit more cautiously there.
I first started working with offshore project managers about 10 years ago as part of a TNF working group to offshore full project management of journals, and really where it is now compared to what it was then, I mean, they are worlds apart.
Yeah.
They're, while not trying to play down some of the findings of the report, I think some of the elements might be kind of a bit subjective. You have like one bad, an author, if they've had one bad experience with an offshore project manager, will rail against any further books going down that line. I think things have massively changed, very much for the better. So, as you say, I think more knowledge about getting the structures in place to kind of monitor QA and the quality of the outputs seem to be put in place after, from when they really first started to be taken up by publishers. So.
Does anyone would see suppliers as functional, or does that work, or does it need to work in a partnership model?
For us, that's what we're really interested in, is looking for those kind of efficiencies, but also using the supplier for what they're good at, where their area of expertise are. That's not our core business, and that's really worked really well for us, even though they're shorter term relationships.
I think a relationship only really earns the partnership label if both sides are really engaging with the problems that you're trying to solve, and that, in my experience, is actually quite rare. We had an experience recently where we did have one of those, where we had come up with a sort of plan and we think this is what we need, and the response was, actually don't do it that way. This will store our problems for later. And I was really pleased to hear that.
I think the fact that you're not the only supplier, but other suppliers are increasingly using tools like Landstad and things like that. So in some ways, companies are becoming more embedded. I think that will change the relationship between publishers and suppliers, and you kind of more embedded, and also you will be kind of customizing tools for specific customers as well.